Achievement House. Welcome to Morning Buzz. I'm Mr. Warren along with Ms. Kelly. Morning, Marie. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you, Mr. Warren. How are you?
I'm feeling great. So why don't you tell about some important dates that are coming up?
Well, today, May 11th, it would have been the start of Keystone exams. So take a moment and thank your lucky stars that you have some extra time to prepare for the future Keystone exams. On Wednesday, May 13th, we have National Receptionist Day. So let's welcome Achievement House's receptionist, Miss Mayo.
Candace, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Well, at this point, I'd like to welcome to the Morning Buzz our receptionist, Ms. Mayo. And our burning question is, what is it like to be a work-at-home receptionist?
That's a great question, Mr. Warren. So, being a work at home receptionist is pretty much like being a receptionist in our school building, except for that I have to answer the door a lot less. I'm still answering the phone, so if you call our school number, I will be happy to say hello and talk to you and figure out what you need and direct your call. But that's pretty much it.
So, what do you like about being a work-at-home receptionist, and what don't you like about being a work-from-home receptionist?
What I like about being a work at home receptionist is that I can see my cats throughout the day. Usually after mid morning, they're sleeping. But in the morning, they're running around chasing each other. That's entertaining. Um, and I get to have lunch with my mom every day. And what I don't like is I miss all of the staff at Achievement House. It's been quite the adjustment going from seeing everybody, a few times a week or every day to just seeing you all virtually.
I want to echo that because unless you haven't had a chance to meet with Miss Mayo, she is absolutely one of the most pleasant, friendly people. You just can't help but feel good about yourself when you get to go by her desk. So believe me, I feel it, and I think we all feel it. Any last words you'd like to just share about your job at Achievement House?
Well, one of my favorite things is to decorate the reception area. So, for all of you out there who have been wondering, yes, the seasons have changed and it's now springtime at my desk.
And you do such a marvelous job with that. Well, it was our pleasure to get to know you, Miss Mayo, and have a great rest of the day.
Thanks, you too, Mr. Warren.
Okay, thank you. Miss Mayo is just such a lovely person. I'm so happy that we have her. So let's switch gears. Let's go to our favorite weather reporter, Miss Kuskis.
Thank you, Mr. Warren. Mrs. Mustauskas here. With the end of the school year approaching, the beginning of the hurricane season approaches very quickly as well. In the Atlantic, the official hurricane season runs from June 1st until November 30th. Now, during this time, the peak of the season happens in August and September, where you will have the most intense and sometimes the most frequent occurrence of storms. The forecast for the 2020 Atlantic season is forecasting anywhere between 14 and 18 named storms. 7 to 9 of those storms could be hurricanes, and 2 to 4 of those could be major hurricanes, with 2 to 4 impacting the U.S. Looking at that forecast, it's important to remember how these storms are classified as named storms or major storms. That is used and determined by the Saffir-Simpson Hurricane Wind Scale. A storm that typically starts in the Atlantic as a tropical wave off of Africa will then develop into a tropical depression, then a tropical storm. It is at that point, when it reaches tropical storm status, that the storm will be named. As the storm continues to intensify in sustained wind speed, when it reaches 74 miles per hour, it becomes known as a Category 1 hurricane. These wind speeds, as you can see, vary, and they go everywhere from a Category 1 up to a Category 5, with a Category 5 resulting in 155 mile per hour winds or higher. Since 1953, the National Hurricane Center has been naming tropical storms and hurricanes. This helps a great deal as there can be many systems in the Atlantic at the same time. The names start at the beginning of the alphabet and go through the end. The names also alternate between a boy's name and a girl's name. If a storm has significant damage, including loss of life, that name will then be retired, never to be used again. This year's first storm will be Tropical Storm or Hurricane Arthur, and our names will go all the way out to Wilfred. You may be wondering, well, what happens if we run out of names? In that case, you would simply start over with the Greek alphabet, naming stores alpha, beta, and so forth. Although that has happened in the past, it is very rare. Back to you, Miss Sabatelli.
Thank you, Mrs. Mostalskis. Good information about hurricanes. On the UB Long podcast, we're finished for the year. So please be on the lookout for new episodes to return in the 2021 school year. That's it, Mr. Warren.
Thank you. And thank you, everybody out there, for watching our show this morning. Again, I want to thank Ms. Mayo for coming on board and just talking a little bit about the job at Achievement House. And I want to give a special thanks to all the UB Long participants this past year. They were great segments, and I can't wait to see next year. So, hey, make it a great day and a great week, everybody. Take care.
Bye.
Woo!
Cut.
Thank you.